Hello, 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 and welcome to Bima's Crafty Corner. I am Bima, better known as Els, and today we're going to work in idea books, but we're going to talk about these things. Let's see if I can find the other ones. Oh, I have some other bigger. You know, I've been chasing them around for weeks, and they were all right here, and now all of a sudden, gone, because I want them. And so we'll find them. Pick up my mess that I just made. Okay. Okay. I gotta pick up all this stuff. Hold on 1 second. All right. I got all that picked up. Okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Now you know, as soon as we're done with all this, I'll find it. It'll be like right in front of my face. Okay, so we are talking about these. These are project life cards. Now, if you do any swaps or anything like that, you've probably, there they are. You've probably gotten these in a swap. This was a big thing. They made these scrapbooks that had all these pockets in them, and these fit in those pockets. And they came in a bunch of different styles. There was birthday and zoo and safari and travel, carnival, weddings, holidays. They came in like everything you could imagine. And it came in a box about, I don't know, like 10 by 10 inches. And you got like some of the small ones and you get some of the medium-sized ones, lots of the small ones, a few of the mediums, and that was kind of it. These were special ones, specialty kind that you had to get. And these were for a different type of memory album. See, like this loved this day. You would put like a picture here. So it was like your whole page was created for you. Yeah, today was ridiculously amazing. So you would go in and you would cut out a circle picture and you'd put it right there. And, you know, or put it here if you didn't want it to say something. So that's what these were. These were big, basically, pages. And then you had these medium-sized ones. This was probably from like the summer fun kind of thing. Spring, maybe. And then like this one, mix it up. It's got an old mixtape. And then on the other side, it had like these lines where you could put bullet points. And so that's basically what these were. And you can still get them, I believe. I think there's still ones available. But, you know, basically you could put a picture on here and then write something and you put it into these albums. So it was kind of scrapbooking the fast and easy way. Of course, you had to like, you know, what you were looking at. And you can see, obviously, this one, and this one. They're all from the same set. So these had mixtapes on the back of them. Oh, let's see. And there's this. This one probably went with these. And some more of these spring ones that are kind of like index cards. But again, you can write whatever you want here, and then you could put a picture on here, and then you put it into an album, and you'd make a quick, album out of it. That one's kind of cool. But the ones you see most frequent are this size. And so we're gonna kind of play with these and see what you can do with them. So let's open this up. I have quite a collection of them because I used to do a lot of swapping. And so I ended up with a whole bunch of them. So let's kind of take a look. See, lots of those. Lots and lots and lots of those. There's those. There's these. That's kind of cool. We'll use that one. Keep those out. Wow, we get a lot of these. So I put these in Happy Mails sometimes when I send them out. It just depends. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But wow. I haven't had these out in a long time, so kind of like, wow, what do I have here? I have a lot of the same ones, that's for sure. Let's get a few of these. Do 2 of those. And to be honest with you, some of them are hideous. They're hideous. But you can use them to make some things. So we're going to do that today. Ooh. Oh, my goodness. I don't know what their thing was with orange, but they tended to like to use orange. Now, mind you, I got 2 or 3 of these at a time. So if I have multiples of something, very rarely did I get them in multiples. So some of them, though, like these, I'll show you. Let me get to what I'm looking for. That one. This one. Not that one. But some of these, the reason that I would keep them is because of these words on the back. And so if you're doing, like an inspirational journal or something, these would work for that. And these ones, the ones that have the words on the back, are not that bad. Like some of these are really bad. But like this is just, that's not too bad. So we have those. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to put some of these in Happy Meals. Because I got too many of them. All right, what do we got here? So here we have, these are, they have lines on them and stuff, so they're very good to use for things. Here, this one's fun. The world is full of magic things, patiently waiting for our senses to grow sharper, which is a Yeats quote where Yeats. So kind of cute.
Address, account number.
This one has still the same quote. This one has
Wait.
some numbers on the back.
OKIEFE.
This one has numbers on the back. We'll take that one out. We'll use some of that. There's just one of those. And two of those. A couple of those. I do like the art on that. Let's see. What else? Those. See, this doesn't even go. Like, this is brown and orange, and then the back has got pink triangles. What is that even, for? So sweet.
I'm sorry?
This one says nothing.
1407.
This one
might
be the only set I liked. Yeah. Life is a beautiful ride. This was I don't remember which set this was, but it was one of the only ones I actually liked. So we have those. And these.
And you said your name was Keith?
And again, this one.
All right, thanks,
Keith. No, this one actually goes with that set.
1785.
But you have like all of these, like this is a birthday one. And obviously, birthday or Christmas birthday, happy birthday to you. This one's travel. And so the other side has
the video
has a map on it. And then there's this one. Which is pictures, right of way, left hand turn, things like that. So it's a travel theme. And then there's this one. Probably this one says that's another story. This is not. These are not.
Because I got
those are not Project Life cards. That is something different. But these ones have bingo cards on them, and then on the other side it has a date and place, and you can write. So they've got all these different kinds of designs and stuff. They say thank you.
Wi-Fi receiver that's been up for 16 hours, almost 13.
And so you can kind of use these for different things. Now, I know some people who use these for Bible journaling. They go in and they will use one of these. And you are simply wonderful, never forget. And then on the other side, they'll write in their Bible verse or what they read or something. And so they'll keep that as a record in their Bible.
Are you on site with this equipment?
I know a lot of people that do that. And put these away. Now, these are not Project Life cards, but they're the same idea. And I don't know where these came from. But you have writing lines on the back. You have a little thing on the front. Here's a little girl face. I think these might even be Timmy. I'm not sure. They feel like they could be because they're heavier. They're either Timmy or like Seven Gypsies because they're heavier cardstock. And then, of course, you always have these too. These are journaling cards that come in certain paper packs. And this one is this could be G45.
All right. Mind if I reboot this stuff?
Yeah, this is G45's Enjoy the Journey. And so I have some cards from that. But what can we do with these things? We can let the dogs out. Let's start with that. Come on, outside.
And are you on site or are you not on site or near this room?
So the first thing we can do is we can actually make pockets out of these. And it's pretty simple. I've done this a few times. you just take off one corner, and then you can glue this on right here,
Tell me it's back up online, right?
and you end up with this really cool little corner. So let me go ahead and just ink this. Where you take that corner off at is entirely up to you. I like to take it off just outside the curves because I like the curved look. And you can take off, either side. It's entirely up to you. And they don't have to be matched. This is a matched one. But if you don't, you don't want to use a matched one, you don't have to. Then you just kind of line those up. Yeah. And then you have a pocket that you can put something in. Now, can you put a whole journal, one of these whole project life cards in there? No, you can't. You're never going to be able to because you've got that edge. But you can take a project life card and trim the edge or just put whatever card you want in there. But that's a quick and easy way to make a pocket using these project life cards. And this, I don't know, get rid of it. What else can we do? Well, here's one, and we kind of like that look, and we want to use it. So this one has a back that's not very, distinctive. So what we'll do is we'll take off paper on both sides. That's going to allow us to make a tag that will go into the pocket. And I'm going to take some off the bottom because when I glue this, and then this, we're going to cut in half. So a project life card is 4 inches tall. So we're going to cut it at 2 inches. I'm going to use that part. I'm going to save this part because it's got the detail on it. I like that. So now I've taken 3 of them. Like I said, they don't have to match. This pattern is popular for project life cards, so I could have used a different pattern that has that black on it, or I can use this orange. It's entirely up to me. I don't like the look of that. I'm going to use the black one. And I think it'd be in this pile.
Still rebooting.
Oop, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to cut this one in half. I'm going to glue it in. Yes, I've already done some. I made a journal card out of this, but I didn't use it. We're waiting on glue. I need to fill up the bottle. You just worked not even 10 seconds ago. There we go. You can put a finger notch in if you want. Now on this one, because it's it's a project life card, I'm going to re-round the corners just so it has the same look.
So let me back up just
put that in, and we have a journaling card. Now, yes, I can put it in this way. I can put it in this way if I want, or I can put it in this way. It's entirely up to me. So that's 2.
All right,
So let's take a look at one of these bigger ones.
Go back to that room and confirm it's looking good now.
All right, so these ones are 4 inches this way and 6 inches this way. So 4 by 6 on these. So we could do this way if we want,
Okay.
or the other one. Let me go get the doggy.
All right. Well, I mean, the devices are all rebooted, which has got them looking a lot better than what they did when I first looked at them.
Okay. Sorry about that.
It should have
So,
resolved this issue for you.
6 inches this way,
Would be able
so
to know
3
how
inches.
it's permanent on-site, looking at it, checking it. I can set up a ticket if you like for us to follow up with you, or you can just give us a call and let us know it's all good. Or if it's not, tomorrow, give us a call. We'll set up for a technician to come out at that time. All right. So for all intent purposes, it looks good at this point. All right. All right, Keith. My pleasure. Is there anything else I might be able to assist you with tonight, kind
So
sir?
how does this fit into our idea book? I'll show you.
All right. In that case, I thank you for using Cox Business Support. You, kind sir, have yourself a fabulous evening. Thank you.
So one of the things we have in here is this little paper clip that you can put into, a book, and it has a journaling card on the inside. Well, these Project Life cards make perfect bases for that. So for this, if you wanted to put the paper clip on it, all you would do is just cut your slot right here, your slot right here. Hello, Steffi. Hi, Mari. Yes, ma'am. These are Project Life cards. So you just cut your slot right there, and you can put it in. The other thing that you can do, if you want to put it at the top of a page, you could put your paper clip at the top too. We've not really talked about that, but we're going to do it right now. So. So this is the piece that we cut off earlier. And all we're going to do is just, trim roughly a square-ish piece out of it. Doesn't have to be perfect. And we're going to get a paper clip. We'll use one of these because it's just what I have in front of me, okay? So put the big part on the outside, the little part on the inside. Heavier glue on this than you would normally use, but don't use hot glue, guys. And I'm going to put some glue on this. And then we're going to glue that in there. Glue this shut. If you want to put a finger notch in it, by all means do that. Let's see, do I have a finger notcher anywhere handy? Ooh, I got this one. That'll work. So, of course, obviously, you'd want to ink that if you were going to ink it. And then we'll just put some glue around here. There. And on this side, fold it over. Boy, that was a lot of glue. And, put some clips on here. Let's get some clips. You probably don't need this many clips, but Now, can I fit a project lifeguard in there? Yeah. Can I put a whole project lifeguard in this way? No, but you can put one in this way and have some coming out. So that's a way you can work with that. We're gonna let that one dry. Never get rid of these because, that is okay for a pocket. That was a whole card and I cut it in half and I didn't even use it. All right. So you can just use these as journal cards too. So let's grab one. That is just, whoa. So we know that this is 4 and that is 6. So when using the bigger ones, and these are 3 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 3 by 4. So your standard sizes, if you're going to put a mat on this so that you can use this as a journal card, you just want to come in 1/4 of an inch. So take a 1/2 inch off this way and 1/2 inch that way. So 6, so 5 3/4. 5, so 4 3/4. So now we have to cut our piece. Ooh, how big is this? Because I can't do 5 3/4 on this. It is 8. Yep. So 2 1/4. Then 3 3/4. Round corners. Why? Because that has rounded corners. We're mimicking. And then you just put this on as a writing space. You don't even have to if you don't want to, but if you want to, because these are a little bit thin, I think they're only 150 GSM. So they're not very thick. They're like 60 pound, 55, 60 pound cardstock. So blue. So now, you have that little artsy piece. And if you're putting this into like a mixed media journal or something like that, this will fit, it'll fit the theme. And you could put that in there and you have this beautiful piece on the front and just a piece to write on the back from one of these larger cards. Hey, Joe. So if you get a lot of these, and you do swaps and stuff and you get them, then by all means use them. Like I said, this one right here, you could put this in a journal just the way it is as a journal card. If it's too wide, just trim. Hey man, let me have my trimmer. Why are you being so difficult? So it's a little wide. So put it in here. We'll chop off these edges. I still have some art in the corner. Yeah, what the hell? Why not? Let's use a fancy one. We use a fancy one. Put some little pieces at the top. We'll round the bottoms. Wait for it. Right about there. I have these out, so we're going to use one. Look, it's a tag. So you can make a tag out of it if you want to. There's a lot of different ways to use these. And so I know, like, I got them and for the longest time, I was like, oh, I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. And I would pass them on. I was that person who you would send me Project Life cards in a swap, be it a pocket letter, happy mail, an ephemera swap, anything. And, you know, in the goodies. And I even got them from some Etsy sellers when I was buying like physical product from them. You know, if I was buying like Sorry Silk or something like that, where they actually had to send me a physical product. And sometimes they would put like 2 or 3 different ones in like one of these little paper envelopes with a thank you. And, you know, that was their little thank you gift for shopping from them. And I was like, okay, what the heck am I going to do with these things? Because to me, they're bigger than what we normally use as a journal card, which is usually 2.5 by 3.5. So they're bigger than that, but you can journal on them, but the other sides are typically ugly as sin. This one's not so bad because it's just numbers. What do you guys do with them? What do you do with them? Yeah, Tuesday Morning used to sell a lot of them. But the thing is like I said, they come out and you can find them in regular craft stores and you can find them online. I don't know if that Project Life is still in business, the company that was doing them. But I know I saw them at the big outlet saw up in Orem. I have come across sets of them in like Goodwill and stuff like that, but I think that's like somebody bought them to use and never used them because, you know, there were a lot of people in like the late 80s, early 90s who, and even into the 2000s that had good intentions. They bought a scrapbook. They bought paper. They took pictures. They had good intentions. They were going to make scrapbooks. And never did. Yeah, I have some birthday themed ones too. Somewhere here. I have some birthday themed ones. But I got a lot of them. And like these aren't even from buying them. This is literally, I have like multiples of them from being sent them from people. Where people would go, oh, let me send some of these Project Life cards. And for the most part, they're not really something I use in, you know, in my crafting, but every now and then I come across some, these are the ones that I'm saving, that I'm like, these are not too bad. But like I have like this one's a birthday one. So this one, I think somebody sent me like a set. They sent like 5 or 6 of them, birthday themed, out of one of the kits. People have sent me travel ones. This is not Project Life Card, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. This one's probably just a journaling card from some set. But, you know, some of them are kind of fun. I have taken some of these, like the travel ones, and I've used them in travel journals. And like that, I would totally use this. You know, it's got a map on one side and it says on the road on the other. And so I might trim some off of one side and reround the corners, make a tag out of it, or a smaller journaling card. Then there's this one. It's got, you know, like directions and stuff on it. I might totally use that one. There's been a couple that I've used that had like older automobiles on them. And so I've used those. And like I said at the beginning, the ones that I really use the most are the ones that have the words, just words on them. Like this one's cute. It's like a little patchwork butterfly, and then the other side. So, you know, I could certainly see that like in a botany journal or a gardening journal or like a spring journal. I could certainly see it in that. Same thing with these ones that have pots, you know, plants on them and stuff. I could certainly see that. That would be cute and a little, you know, I think we actually used this one. Yeah, we did. We used this one in the current journal that we're doing. So it's just kind of a personal choice if you want to use these. I'm going to get rid of these real quick. But I know a lot of people got them, and I know a lot of people traded them. And so just some ideas on what you can do with them. This is one of the larger ones. And so we made a little pocket there where you can put something into the little pocket. And it's got a paper clip so you can put it onto a page in your journal. And that is kind of the same idea as the one that had the paper clip on the side, but we put it at the top. And then, of course, you can do pockets in a couple of different ways. You have this one here that you can put something in this way. That's the same card. I just, you know. And then this, again, is the same cards. Just made a journaling card on that one. I didn't like the orange, so I used a different one to make the. But, you know, you can make a little pocket to tuck that in. And realistically, that's kind of hidden because you can't tell it's really there unless you know it's there because of the way that it sits in there. That's cool. So, you know, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways that you can use these. If you want, I have this one and I have this one. And I think there's one in here. Look. So they do come in multiple sizes. There's none in this one. So you have your 3x5s, your 4x6s, and then these big monsters. I'm going to pin these together because I have a plan for these. That's what happens when you put your clips in a drawer with a bunch of magnets. All right, so we're going to put that up there because I don't want to lose them again because I've already lost them twice today. But, you know, if you're like me and you do any kind of swapping and stuff, you'll end up with, you know, a few of these. Joe, you're the one that could tell me. Where are these from? Are they Seven Gypsies or are these Timmy's? I think they're Seven Gypsies, but I'm not sure. You might be able to tell me. Steffi's back. I'm back. All right, let's see. Gypsy's here. Julie's here. Hello. Because they look very Timmy, but they feel Seven Gypsies. You know how Seven Gypsies, their paper is just very buttery? They feel very buttery, but they look Tim. So I don't know. Hi, Zola. How are you, baby? How are you today? Are you being a good girl? I have to tell you, you have to be really good because there's this guy. His name is Santa, and he's coming soon. So you have to be very, very good. Otherwise, Santa won't stop at your house. Because he only gives stuff to good boys and girls. And you're a good girl, so he's going to come visit you. I know he is. Yeah, I think they're Seven Gypsies. That's what I think. I think they have that. If y'all have never felt some Seven Gypsies cardstock, it's almost, oh, what is the texture? It's thick and it's kind of buttery, but it's like velvet, like a very fine velvet, not crushed, just a very fine velvet.
Come on.
Okay, I turned off the restriction. I don't know what is going on. Yeah, it's very supple. It's and these have that feel. That's why I thought they were Seven Gypsy, because you almost think that there's two of them, like, but it's not quite 110-pound paper. But they have that really nice. I think they're Seven Gypsy. I don't know. It cuts like butter. It's just gorgeous. Anyway, so if you have some of these, take them out and play with them. And if you don't like the back of it, like say you like this, but you don't like the back of it, well, just put some other paper on the back of it because you're going to want to double the thing up anyway. So just put some regular paper on the back of it. Do it full size if you want to, just to kind of cover it. Maybe put it on a thin piece of cardstock and then put a backing on it or something and use it. Use these. They're sitting around. They're not doing. Consider these like anything else that you're going to reduce, reuse, repurpose. Repurpose them into journaling cards. Otherwise, you'll end up with a collection of them like this. And this isn't even all of it because I have a whole bunch of these in the drawer outside. This needs a bigger freaking rubber band. Because there's a lot of them in that pack. Ugh. This is just way too much for this little rubber band. There we go. That's a little better. So instead of ending up with a stack of them like this, use them. Use them for whatever you want. Write notes on them and put them in Happy Mail. Add them to journals wherever you can. Maybe take some of them, do the backs of them, and tuck them in with a journal that you're giving to somebody else for them to put in wherever they want as a journaling card. But not your 7 gypsies. Don't ever let anybody touch your 7 gypsies. Break their fingers. So what do you guys do with them? What do you tell me what you do with them so I have more ideas? Because for me, my ideas for them is basically like turn them into tags, make journaling cards out of them, that kind of stuff. And so what do you guys do with them if you get them, if you have them? We're going to go ahead and put these in our idea book now. Yeah, the bigger ones would be great. Like this size could make a nice flip in a journal. That would be cool. I could see that. I have to figure out how I'm putting these in here. I have no idea. But we are going to put that on the page. You know what? That's how we're going to put them in here. We're going to use the paper clip. And then I'll just write on here. Project Life cards. Okay. So now we have those in there. What are we going to do next week? Oh, let's see. Next week. What should we do next week? Let's do the stack. Yeah. Let's do the stack. Next week we'll do the stack. Maybe this is like a one sheet wonder. Maybe we'll do this. It's cute, it's small, it's compact. Maybe, I don't know. Aussie hair. Maybe I'll show you guys the Tim Hope file folder dupe. We'll do the file card dupe from Tim. Or one of the other dupes. I got a whole bunch of stuff that we're duping. I just haven't been able to get the damn video done. Every time I go to work on it, I just get frustrated. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. Like you can take one and Obviously, we wouldn't use this color, but. You could glue that on and then glue it to a page like this, and then you'd be able to flip it out as a little writing space. Yep, my brain damaged brain did that. There we go. So yeah, if you glued that on there, you could glue this onto your page in your journal, and then you'd have this like flip out. Good idea. Everybody said hi, Hubbard.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, I know I need to start using them. I just can't. Hey, Joe, what are you doing for New Year's Eve? Well, let's start with this one. How are you feeling? It's been a while since I've seen you. How are you feeling, babe? Oh, you had a problem with that always. I used to go through my mom's meds. My mom had several heart attacks, and she had something wrong with her heart. They never did figure it out, but yeah, couldn't get her blood pressure would be almost non-existent. Her heart rate would get really slow. They would put her on telemetry and all this other stuff, and then it would straighten up. And it was like the car, when you take the car to the mechanic, and you're like, it's making this sound like, and they get in and they're like, it runs fine. We ran it for an hour. It was great. We drove it all over town. We went and got pizza in your car, and it was fine. And the minute you get back in it, so yeah, my mom used to be like that. I would take her in because I'd be like, this is going on. And they'd be like, okay, well, let's, and they'd run tests and they'd come back and go, no, she's fine. I'd be like, what are you talking about? Okay, so the reason I ask what you're doing on New Year's is, every year I do my New Year's bash. This year, it's, of course, going to be myself and Carla Farrington. And I believe Michelle is going to be with us, and possibly Rose, and from Sweet Teen Roses, and Michelle Evans. She doesn't have a channel per se, but she likes to come on and hang out every now and then. So would you be interested in joining us New Year's Eve? We're going to go live at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 9, 10, and 11. And that way we can ring in the new year on the East Coast, and then we're going to stay on as we ring the new year in across the country. We're going to be here for everybody on New Year's Eve. And the way that we do this is I send you a specific item. We all get the same item, and then we can do whatever we want with it. So we end up with a bunch of different projects made out of the same thing. So it's really kind of cool. So if if you're interested, I would love to, and I've got your address and everything. I'll send you the thing. And it's always something stupid. Like one year we did plastic Halloween masks and we redecorated them. One year we did medical folders. This year we're doing large kind of gray manila envelopes with numbers written on them. So we have to work around that number. All right, I'll send it to you. I think you'll have fun. It's craziness. But you can use anything that you want. You can make anything that you want. which is cool. So I think Michelle's probably going to jelly print on hers because she likes to jelly print on everything. But yeah, one year we did weird masks, and we did like these medical files, and one year I sent everybody broken jewelry. So we did that silliness. All right. So some things. We are not going to be making the next journal. I'm getting kind of burnt out on it, you know? So we're going to switch it up. And since it's the end of the year, we're going to be switching it up. Instead of doing the next journal, I'm going to be doing, in my morning lives, I'll be doing some dupes. I'll be duping some projects. We're going to be, and that includes, you know, like stuff from the snobby. Because you guys know, I go in there and I see something and I'm like, I can do that better. I can do anything you can do better. So we're doing that. We're going to be, so we'll be doing some dupes. We'll be doing some Hobby Lobby dupes, project dupes. We're going to be doing some Christmas ornament dupe, some Christmas ornaments and stuff that are dupes and other things. But, you know, like just fun stuff that you can do like with the grandkids and things. And then, or the kids, whatever. We're going to be doing some alternative projects for a while, just probably till through the end of the year. And then we'll get back to doing journals, guys. I hate coffee. The smell of it gives me a headache and makes me nauseous. I hate coffee. I have drank 1 cup of coffee in my whole life. Like my whole life, 1 cup of coffee. And the only reason I drank it was I had to poo. And I could not poo. And somebody said to me, coffee will make you poo. And I went, really? And they went, uh-huh. And I went, oh, okay. So I tried it. Yeah, it did not make me poo. Oh, yeah, that bear mug? I know. You know, they do that every year. They put out a cup, and then they don't have it. They're like, okay, we're going to use this cup this year, and then none of the stores have them. I think it's because they send like 12 of them to each store, and the employees buy them before they even go on sale. Yes, did not work for me. Coffee did not work for me. I know that's what it's supposed to do. And I know for some people it does. Yeah, I know. I used to have, you know, I drink out of this. I used to have one that was like pink. And people would always like look and think, oh, I love your Starbucks cup. I love your Starbucks cup. I didn't have the heart to tell them, but eventually I did start telling them. I kept going, oh, really? $3 at the Dollar Tree. It was a Dollar Tree cup. I paid $3 for it. It was in their, you know, over 125 section, their $3 to $5 section. It was $3, and it had like this little diamond print. It was plastic, and apparently I didn't realize it, but then I was at the Albertsons one day, and as I was walking out, they were putting up their coffee cups, and it was the exact same cup. And I was like, oh, how much is that? And she's like, oh, that's $19.95. And I was like, oh, $3 at the Dollar Tree. Yeah, same cup. Bye, Zola. Go watch Lucas. Go watch your friend Lucas. Shouldn't you be in bed, young lady? Or are you waiting for mommy, daddy? Oh, are you getting to stay at Abuela's tonight? That means you get spoiled. So yeah, so we got some stuff going on. There is a whole set of the Christmas boxes. They are already released. You're going to get one on the 25th of this month, and then you're going to get one on the 2nd and another one on the 16th. The one on the 16th is for Ghirardelli Squares. It's the only non-Hershey's one that I did. Really. We did the Twix box. There's Hershey's Kisses, the Hershey Nuggets, and then we're going to do the Ghirardellis. So I did 4 of them for candies. And then, of course, we did the Washi Caddy. These ones. Little Washi Caddies. We did that box. Different boxes every year, you know. Let's see. What else? You guys are going to love the video on Monday. This coming Monday. Remember, every other Monday we do Monday Mixed Media Mini Morsels, which is 5 prompts that you can put together, do separately, do them in any order that you want. There's suggestions that make you think about what you want to put on the paper, not your standard, let's just slop it together mixed media, okay? Like playing mixed media, you do what it says as it tells you to do it, and that's great. But to do actual mixed media, you kind of want to look at what your options are, and then from there, mix and match and create. So you get 5 prompts every other Monday, and that gives you 2 weeks to kind of mess with them. You can post them in the group, keep it to yourself. It's entirely up to you. But the opposite weeks, we do videos. I do new releases. And usually if I do a mixed media on a Monday, there's usually a video on the Wednesday following. So we have that. And then moving into December, we have a full set. Now, remember, on Thanksgiving, which is the 27th, 2 weeks from today, I will be here. I will be here. I will be live. Hubbard's going to be working. He always works Thanksgiving, and there's never anything going on. Very rarely does anything happen. Yeah, he works Christmas too, and
New Year's Eve.
And he works New Year's Eve. So he works the big 3.
I love my paycheck. Yeah.
We're waiting for Mommy. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's a good deal. So I will be here Thanksgiving. So if you're home and you're by yourself, the kids have, they're doing something else. Maybe this is a year they go to the the other in-laws house, whatever. But if you're, hanging out and you got nothing else to do, maybe you're home by yourself making turkey, waiting for everybody else to show up. I'll be here. I won't be here like all day, but I will be in and out periodically, probably for about an hour at a time. And then probably I'll just give it up and just say, what, screw it. I'm just going to sit here and do some chit-chatting with my friends and some crafting of some kind. And you never know. Might turn into like a Zoom call. But I will definitely be here for that. So we will not have, on Thursday, I will have my regular morning live. We just won't have our idea book live in the evening. This month, for our Projects 25 challenge, I told you guys I was going to go a little bit out of the box this month. It is pipe cleaners and or something from nature. So rock, stick, leaf, you guys get the idea. Let's see. We have our New Year's bash on the 31st. We have another strip destroyer coming out, and then, we do have a Back to Basics next Wednesday. It's a whole series that we're starting. It's a Back to Basics, which is basic stuff for your journal. So we're going to be doing, this one is library pockets. We're going to go back to basics, even back to just being able to cut a wedge pocket, because a lot of people get terrified that they have to cut that wedge. You know what I always say? Be brave, ladies. Whack it off. Cool. So Yeah, I tend to do that. I do that one on StreamYard so that people can pop in if they want to sit, hang out for a little bit. What else? I think that's kind of everything. So I'm going to get out of here because I've been talking for an hour and I have to eat my dinner. My blood sugar says so. I'm still working at getting used to this new monitor. Hubbard's Insurance has this teledoc thing where I can contact a doctor, and where they can track for this stuff. Ow! Yes, I know, you're ready. Checking. Ooh. It's telling me my glucose is too high. My glucose, if I get up in the morning and it's high, it's going to be high all day. So I think that's it. So if you're new here and you haven't hit the button yet, hit the button. I don't bite. I just offend people. I don't mean to. It just happens. It's not intentional. So if you want to cyber stalk me, go down and check out the description box. It's got my Instagram, my Facebook, my email, my Etsy. It's all down there. Just go down and hit all that. Also, there's a copy of all the way at the bottom. If you go all the way to the bottom of that, there is a link to the Google Drive that will get you the mixed media prompts. So if you would like to play mixed media with us, you can have the prompts to know that, one, I'm not cheating, and two, what we might use. That's right. It is free to hit the button. It doesn't really matter. It's free to hit it either way. I prefer the up, but you could do the down. It's still interaction as far as YouTube is concerned. But that's it, guys. That's all I have for you. I'm going to scoot out of here, and I will see you all in the morning, where we're going to work on, God help me, the pink floofy journal. It's got lace. Scaring me. That's it, guys. Until then, stay well, my friends. I love you guys. Bye-bye.